Okay, guys, we've been hearing about aliens in science fiction movies, in some of the NASA publications. And then we hear about an Area 51 US where they're supposed to be preserving remains of aliens. A lot of things we have heard. And then in our minds and imagination, we have a picture of a creature with an odd-shaped head, with two big eyes. Because we visualize the alien to be just like, more or less like us, with this structure of eyes, nose, ear, head, body, tail, legs, whatever. This is a typical human visualization of an alien. And we are trying to find this creature in our imagination, in other galaxies, in other solar systems, and failing miserably. See, in our imagination, an alien would look like this. Slides, please. You see, the funniest thing is it has, only difference is the funny shape of the head. It has typical eyes for vision, even the nostrils well shaped, just like human beings. It has a mouth to consume food, just like we imagine what creatures we have seen on Earth. Next slide, please. So these are all our classic visualizations. Note, every single one of them is just a distorted human being. Move on. Yes. Yeah, just slight difference in artist's imagination. Okay. Fine. Back on. Now, guys, please note, if you are looking for this particular alien that you've seen, you may never find it, because aliens do not look like this. See, in our planet Earth, which is one of the member planets of the solar system, we have defined our vision, we have a defined shape for living things. It should definitely have a pair of eyes. It should have something to respire, because Earth has an atmosphere, Earth has oxygen. It has got to have a mouth because it has to consume food. But please imagine, in an alien solar system, or in an alien galaxy, in a distant galaxy, the entire environment is different. There may not be any atmosphere, so there is no need of any nostrils. There may not be any light, so there is absolutely no need of any eyes. They may be consuming energy, not food. There is no need of any mouth. So do not look for this creature, you may never find it. See, another point here is the limits of our vision. See, we cannot see a microbe. We cannot see a bacterium without a microscope. We cannot see a virus without an electron microscope. We cannot see, if you look up at the skies, we see a slice of the universe. We cannot see it till the end. You cannot see the end of our galaxy. You just see some stars, that's it. In other words, our vision has limits. Aliens may be existing just next to me right now, or next to you who is listening to this particular class. They are in another dimension, not visible with our human eyes. See, our eyes have a lot of limitations. What we see is not real. See, I just show you a demo. What we see is absolutely not real. Just check the screen now. Visual. See, what do you see now? You just see a line, a thin line, okay? See, because in our perspective, an object which is coming at us, a slim disc-shaped object, may look like just a line to us. As it gets closer, next slide please, it becomes something like this because we get to see more of its sides. And as it gets real close, it would look like, next slide please, this, a full-fledged spacecraft or a flying saucer, whatever we call it. Now, my point is different. My point is, our vision has limits. Our sense of hearing has limits. See, we cannot hear supersonic sounds. A supersonic boom from a supersonic aircraft can shatter glass, but you cannot hear it. You cannot see anything in the micro universe. You cannot see anything in the macro universe in the universal sense. In the sense, you cannot see the limits of our solar system. You cannot see beyond our galaxy with your naked eyes. With a powerful telescope, you can see a little bit more, but not much more. With a space telescope, you can see still more, but not much more. In other words, our senses have grave limits. What I'm trying to tell you right now is, even if an alien is standing right next to you and me at this moment, we just cannot see it. We may not be able to even feel it because it exists in another dimension. See, just to make this point clear, you might have seen in some movies reincarnations or people, dead people coming back, and some of their near and dear ones can see them, others cannot. But you cannot touch them because they are in another dimension. Many of the devotees have seen the deity that they worship. They have seen face to face, but they cannot touch because they are in another dimension. In other words, let us not presume, let us not go by this ridiculous kindergarten presumption that aliens would look like us. They would have eyes, nose, mouth, they will have a head, they will have the vision like we see. In fact, you would have seen a movie called Predator. So when they show the way the predator sees the human being, its vision is different. It just senses the hot spots. Or in other words, you would have just recall that movie. It sees a man as a few patches of heat because its vision is based on heat. So, if this particular person, you would have seen the classic role played by Schwarzenegger, where he covers himself in mud, and now the hot spots are not visible to the alien. Now the human being is invisible to the alien. Similarly, even if an alien is right here, he would be utterly and completely invisible to us because of two things. He exists in another dimension, number one. Number two, even if he exists in our dimension, our vision is not enough to see him. It is just like what this particular imaginary character, Predator, witnessed in this classic movie, where it is unable to see a human being when it's covered in mud because the hot spots are not visible. Similarly, we may not be able to see an alien even if the alien is close to us. So let us all remove this myth that an alien is a human look-alike with the eyes, nose, ears, mouth. It is just slightly distorted human being. Utter nonsense. An alien would come in a shape that you cannot imagine. It will not have eyes, it will not have ears, it will not have mouth, it will not have nostrils, it will not have vision, it will not eat, it will not drink, it will not breathe air, and we may never ever be able to even see them or feel them. So bear that in mind. Thank you very much. Good day.